Unmasking PTI and the Fascism Playbook. As I sifted through the pages of the Fascism Playbook of Mussolini and Hitler, the resonance with Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf becomes apparent right in your face. At times, you question yourself over your own bias. Haven't other parties done the same? Haven't they put their opponents in jail? And then you think that might have happened there 3 decades ago. But when you examine the recent tenures of Pakistan People's Party from 2008 to 2013, PMLN from 2013 to 2018, and PDM from 2022 to 2023, you realize fascism is exclusive to Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Reason? There's a pattern to it, and this rant will unravel it. PTI doesn't make any effort to camouflage its fascist tendencies. There's no political diplomacy or effort for any sort of political correctness. Imran Khan's political ideology is etched in history with authoritarianism, centralized control, and Jewish nationalism. Let's have a look at his MO. Rule number one: absolute power quest. I don't think anyone needs to emphasize to describe the hunger Imran's party has to achieve this goal. This theme of gaining absolute power mirrored in how the party operated and built its followership, especially after 2011. I'm not even going to speak on the politics of hate and disregard PTI deployed to achieve this, since the focus is not on the artillery they used to win the battle, but on the intentions. So I will just focus on two incidents, and the first one being PTI's critique of the 18th Amendment and their constant signaling during their tenure to push for a potential shift towards a presidential form of government that aligns seamlessly with the fascist playbook. Second, by delaying the vote on the vote of no confidence, disregarding the social contract Pakistan signed after 1971 to coexist, the constitution was disregarded in broad daylight. Both actions make the goal apparent. Drum nationalism for more clout, power, and control of country's resources. What scares me the most about PTI is that they do not understand that Pakistan is a federal parliamentary republic, powers shared between the federal government and the provinces. Provinces where people speak different languages, have different social norms and culture, provinces that came together to preserve their identities, and tribalism under the dream of Pakistan. The policy of Pakistan First that PTI adhered to had total disregard for provincial autonomy and say is as worse as the policies of those who were in power when East Pakistan decided to part its way. Furthermore, identifying Imran Khan as a red line that defines the party and its workers showed for months outside Imran's house in Zaman Park to protect their leader from arrests and investigations on Tosha Khana reference or the Al Qaeda University Project Trust scandal clearly indicated that the case for authoritarianism that PTI had been building on has a good chunk of bias. For his followers, Imran Khan trumps the constitution and law. There is total disdain for the latter two in those who support him or supported fascist dictators like Pervez Musharraf. Rule number two: suppression of political dissent. A pivotal tactic outlined in the playbook involves stifling political dissent. PTI's record, epitomized by the questionable imprisonment of opponents like Rana Sana Ullah, aligns starkly with this authoritarian strategy. It's not even possible for me to mention all the leaders who were arrested during Imran Khan's tenure. There's not a single name that comes into my mind from the opposition ranks who did not have to be behind bars to fulfill Imran's ambition to destroy all opposition once and for all. But the case of Rana Sana Ullah stands out. He was the only one who was put on the death row on false charges of drug trafficking. Though there were many leaders within PTI who advised Imran not to push the brawl so far, nevertheless, he did not heed to their advice. I vividly remember Rana Sana wishing death and destruction upon himself on the floor of the parliament if he had ever traded or even supported a drug trafficker, and wished the same on those who put him through this physical and mental torture. I saw his prayer being answered when PTI was thrown out of power through a vote of no confidence on April 9, 2022. Rule number three: media manipulation and censorship. The playbook further underscores control over media, a dynamic reflected in PTI's blatant blanket bans on media and censorship. Reports of coercion on media outlets and notable journalists reinforce concerns of diminishing press freedom, a hallmark of the fascist playbook. Again, it's not even possible to list all the journalists and all political commentators who were picked up at the behest of Imran Khan. However, everyone was a witness to the fascism senior journalists had to go through from 2018 to 2022. Journalists such as Sayyid Al Hussain, Mubashir Luqman, Najm Sethi, Afsar Alam, Hamid Mir, Salim Safi, Asma Shirazi, Nusrat Javed, and Matiullah Jan were off air and or persecuted. Matiullah Jan was abducted and later released after significant pressure was raised on social media for his release. Media house owners such as Mir Shakilur Rahman remained in jail for over 6 months, while media houses such as Naya Do's website was taken down in 2018 and 2020, with Pemra often demanding that the articles critical of Imran Khan and those at the helm be removed. Rule number 4: Erosion of democratic values. In April 2022, the democratic landscape in Pakistan faced a severe blow with the illegal squashing of the vote of no confidence orchestrated by then disputed MNA and Deputy Speaker Qasim Khan Suri. This treacherous act marked a significant erosion of democratic values, especially the move to silence dissent and manipulate the political terrain raises critical questions about the health of democracy in the country. Such actions not only taught the principles of fair representation but also cast a shadow on the credibility of the democratic institutions. As we confront this grim reality, it is crucial to raise awareness and continue resistance against any forces that threaten the very foundations of Pakistan. The struggle is not going to be easy, but we have been going through it for over a decade. Aren't we more prepared than ever? It's our collective responsibility to ensure that the principles of justice, equality, and freedom prevail so we can counter the shadows of authoritarianism that looms over us and our homes. The battle for a democratic Pakistan is not just a battle of words, but a battle for the soul of our nation, and our passion for justice must be the driving force at this critical, crucial juncture of our history. Please act responsibly. Thank you for hearing the rants.